All right. Yes, News AF for a Tuesday.
Here we are.
The gang is back together, ready to go.
Sploosh.
Okay.
Sploosh.
All right.
Sploosh.
And we'll jump right into it. Okay.
Okay, let's do it.
Jumping in. The water is fine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let me hit record on this track. Okay. Hey everybody, what's going on? I'm Rob Cesternino, back again to talk with you about the week's most interesting news stories for the week of March 7th, 2023, here on News AF.
If the story is buzzing like it's on crystal meth, it's about to be News AF. If the same old news makes you bored to death, it's time for some News AF. Actual, factual news.
Yes, we're back here for a big News AF today here with the top team in interesting news. Back at it once again. Of course, we are joined by our friend, our colleague. He is pickleball's top influencer and Father Nature. Here he is. It's Tyson Apostol. Tyson, how are you?
I'm great. Very excited to be here again. Man, sometimes like people ask me about my podcasting experience and like how long I've been podcasting. And you've been podcasting what, 15 years, close to it?
Almost, yeah.
Wow.
And I think I jumped on with you. I mean, I did some podcasts with you, but I wasn't a regular podcaster until like 2014.
Yeah.
But that's, almost going on 10 years of experience.
Mm-hmm.
You're so experienced.
You think too experienced though?
Oh.
Like maybe pull it back a little bit.
Yeah.
Lose some of that experience so you can relive it again.
Mm-hmm.
So I can learn.
Yeah. You're jaded. Is that it? That you're
I'm
too
not.
experienced? Yeah.
I just like autopilot now. I am working on my phone, drinking a coffee, talking to you, but I'll be off of my phone by the time. As long
you're living.
I'm living.
This is life.
Yeah, this is life.
Yeah.
That's right.
Podcasting on a phone, drinking coffee. Boy, you're experiencing it all right now.
It really is. And that's the thing is life is about experiences, not material possessions.
So true.
Very true. According to science.
Yes. Yes. Okay. And back with us after a week of moving furniture. Here he is. It's Danny Bryson. Danny, how are you?
I've got a zit.
Oh,
See
no.
this?
What?
No.
Where?
I can't.
It's so weird at this age to get a zit. And then Liz screamed at me this morning. And I'm like, I'm popping this. She's like, "No, you've got your podcast." I'm like, I don't.
Are you are you in California?
Nope. I'm home. I re-angled my camera.
Yeah, you don't have. Is it the same camera? Because it's not coming in crisp for me.
Yeah, maybe that's the internet issue more than the
Tyson,
camera.
Maybe you've got dial-up.
No, not that. Danny, listen. People who live in glass houses. It's not Tyson's internet. That's the issue.
No, my internet is the issue. I bought a router, and then my internet slows down. So then I call the people, and they're like, "Well, it couldn't possibly be us. It's your router." So then you buy another router, and that's currently where we are. Third time's a charm. We bought a new router, but
from your internet provider.
No. We bought a good, well-rated router, but no one wants to set it up because the minute you set it up, you begin to realize how many things were connected to your internet, and now you have to go through and change the password or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, dude, come on.
Boy, Danny's internet is clogged. His pores are
so
clogged.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, so you guys couldn't see my zit because that's maybe a good reason to keep the data flow low. Smooth out.
Did you lower your
features.
resolution, Danny? Is that what happened?
Intentionally. Yeah, pretty much. Just to smooth my face over. That is a good idea. That's good. Now I don't have to worry about anything being in my teeth because you won't be able to see it. So
Docs in the chat says that maybe you have the pimple filter on your on your computer.
All right. There are so many filters. I read about a new filter yesterday. It's just like never ends with the filters.
Oh man, I had a real good win yesterday or the day before on TikTok. They have that glow up filter that's supposed to make you look like a supermodel.
Oh, that's the one I saw the article about. Yep.
I put it on me. Not a change. Nothing. I go to Rachel. Total glow up.
Cartoon character.
Go back. Yeah. I go back to me. I was the blueprint. My face structure was the blueprint for this beauty up filter.
Maybe you're. Let me see your face right now.
Yeah, it's just super symmetric. I've got nice cheekbones. I've got big lips.
Threw it into disarray.
No.
Does not.
The only thing it did was it added a little glimmer to my eyes.
We could all use
and
glimmer.
It smoothed out my skin tone like 10%.
Yeah, I tried it also. I put it on and I'm like, I don't see that big of a difference.
Really?
Then I turned it off. And then I was like, oh wait, no. There are the bags under my eyes. Yeah.
Maybe I'm just not seeing it, or like my vision of myself is skewed, but So
yeah. I mean, what about voice filter? Is that the next thing where if maybe you will have like
it can be. That's like your thumbprint, your vocal. I mean, it's who you are. You don't want to change that.
Okay.
You don't. I mean, what, to sound like? Who would you want to sound like?
Maybe some people want to sound like you.
No, I wouldn't.
Give me the Danny Bryson.
Fat. Give me the fat voice. No, you can't. You shouldn't.
Yeah. Okay. It's a slippery slope with all these filters because you keep putting them on, but then it's like you can't ever leave. You got to stay home.
That's right. It's a big old.
You can't ever see anybody in real life.
Eventually, isn't that where Zuckerberg hopes we're all headed? No in real life contact.
Yeah.
All of us just glimmering and shining, perfectly smooth.
Is that the first step? Is that why they put all these filters on so that eventually it's like you can only live in the metaverse and that maybe.
No, Rob, that's great. That is, I didn't even see through their cunning, but I think you're correct. It's just it's like you said, slippery slope. They're slowly just wrapping us up in this package that will eventually make us prisoners in our own home.
Yeah.
I mean, what will Liz look at in bed? She'll have to wear her goggles, you know, when we're together.
Yeah. Her augmented reality goggles.
Yeah,
where
exactly.
She has the beauty filter on.
Yeah, exactly. Like pimple go away. Yeah, she'll have to wear that all the time around the house.
Yeah. Okay.
I think though that like I don't know, but remember there was a time when we would answer our phones every time they rang, no matter who it was, no matter what number came through. That was like exciting to get a phone call. Yeah. And then we all got bored of phone calls. So we stopped and we only started texting. And now we're bored of texting. So we don't even do that. And we don't respond very often to texts. I think we're on the swing where posting to social media is going to be tiresome. And that's going to be boring.
It already is.
Oh, it is already tiresome, but it's going to be so. I've definitely slowed down.
Yeah. Oh, me too. I would say I post to Twitter, Facebook less now than I have at any point in the last 12 years.
Yeah. I post almost never to Facebook. I post once or twice a week to Twitter maximum. I'll retweet stuff if somebody says something particularly clever about me that I like. That's, either in humorously negative or super positive. Those are the two that I share. Even slightly positive, I'll actually share. But Instagram, I share I do stories now, just like on the fly, just to keep that going. But I rarely post anything unless it's about my podcasts. So that's it.
And I find I look at it less also.
Yeah. I still, if I open my phone and I'm looking at stuff, I automatically will open Instagram and I'll automatically open Twitter, but I never open any of the others. And I'm getting to the point where I don't want to open any of it ever.
Oh my God.
I just got to win the lottery one time and then nobody will ever hear from me again.
Oh, easy peasy,
that's
dude.
it?
Yeah. No big deal.
If somebody paid me $1 billion, I would.
What about the podcast? Would we just do it and not record it?
Yeah, or you could come to my private island and we could just hang out in
I
person.
like the idea of the private island.
Yeah. Okay.
It's all going
right.
to be self-sustaining, off the grid completely, but luxury.
All right. Well, let's get into some of these stories because we got a lot of things to talk about. Actually, Tyson, maybe let's start here where there was a new study that just came out, and they took a look at people who really put a lot of their priorities on material wealth.
Experiences over material.
Yeah.
Okay.
And what the study ended up saying was that the people who are the nicest people are also the people who value money the least.
Anecdotally, I think that for me, this is kind of true. Some of the richest people I know are not necessarily nicest. They tend to nickel and dime people. Whereas one of the people that was my best friend, super nice, he would give anyone money at any time. So,
but is that a measure of niceness? That's generosity only. That's not kindness.
I don't know. He was nice. Is there more to this study? What is it saying? Americans.
Okay, so there was a couple of different studies. One was a team from Columbia University and the University of Colorado Boulder. They asked 2,447 participants in the UK about the big 5 personality. And I didn't know there were 5 personality traits. That was like Safari. There is agreeableness, conscientiousness, neuroticism, openness, and extroversion. Okay.
Okay, go. Let's go through them one by one.
So, those are, again, agreeableness, conscientiousness, neuroticism, openness, and extroversion. And then they also compared that around how much people were saving.
So I think that, I don't know, because I don't think, I'm just trying to think here, because I know lots of wealthy people who are very kind and nice, but I also think this is what I think. I think, and I've probably been guilty of this too, is that as you are discovering that time is money, you're unwilling to give time that doesn't equal money when it isn't something that you feel is worth it.
I like that, Tyson. I feel like the people that are Scroogey all around, both in niceness and money, they tend to be people who view the accumulation of wealth as the only reason for living.
But is it also? But they tend to be successful. Is it a case by case basis?
Of course. But they tend to be successful because that's what their whole focus is in life. So whereas another person probably has a little bit more balance. Yeah, this study is it's a great headline.
Yeah. Okay. Well, this is actually 2 different studies. So this study, the one about the personality types, what they found was that the highly conscientious people were the most motivated to plan for the future. But then another study from Columbia University said that the people who are the most agreeable are the least likely to save money because they prioritize hanging out with people over material wealth.
I guess this is
the more agreeable you are, the less likely you are to keep your money.
I think there's a balance, obviously, but I also think that it's like I will treat people I love different than people that I don't in those times. So it's like, who are you generous with? Who are you agreeable with? Who are you like? And so I think that it can't be that easy is my feeling.
It would be nice if it was that easy, because then you know exactly who to go to ask for money. Which actually there are some people that have basically a sign on their head that says, "I'll give you money."
Yeah, well, it sounds like that there are some people that just have a problem saying no to things, and those are the people that have the hardest time saving their money because they keep getting sold stuff too.
That makes sense. No wonder. It all makes sense. Rachel, I finally figured out Rachel.
Yeah. The more she's very agreeable, it sounds
She's
like.
very agreeable. She can't say no. She likes to say yes to help people. And yeah.
Yeah.
All making
You have to
sense.
say no to some things if you want to save money.
Yeah. I mean, it's not saying, but it's not even the things that are agreeable to the extent of spending money. It's like maybe those traits just go hand in hand. Like if you're agreeable, you're also a money spender.
Yeah, you want everybody to like you. So when you walk in, you're like, drinks all around.
Would you like this?
Drinks
like, okay, sure.
Look at this cool handbag I have. Don't you like that? Does that make me agreeable?
Buy it, sweetie.
I don't want to hurt the salesperson's feelings.
Yeah, all of it. So, and I've been there before where you like have somebody help you and help you and help you. And then you're like, I actually don't like any of this stuff. I'm going to leave without buying something from you. That's okay to do, guys.
That's okay.
See, that right there is why I like to use online shopping only. I don't want to get in that thing where it's like, I like the salesperson, but don't like the item.
Yeah, but then you're not shopping local, not doing your part to pull
the local shopping
economy.
Somewhere the store I got it from is local to somebody else.
That's true.
Yeah, that is true. I don't do shopping that isn't online, and that's legit. Like it's all online and it has to be here.
So you've already got one foot in the metaverse, Tyson.
It has to be here overnight.
Oh, wow. Someone's bossy.
Well, no, it's just like,
no, your agreeableness just went way down. I'm not asking you for money.
Yeah, it has to be Amazon Prime. Like if it's not Amazon Prime, I can't get it this afternoon or tomorrow, then what's the point of even purchasing?
The poster boy for fast food culture right there. Tyson Apostol.
Yep.
Yeah.
All
right. Well, this is an interesting moment in our history. And so this is something that maybe is on the mind of Steven Spielberg, who has a theory that he recently told to Stephen Colbert about all of the UFO sightings. And we've been on this for a while, but I don't think we've ever come up with this theory. Of course, you have a great imagination like Steven Spielberg, and maybe you're thinking outside of the box. But Stephen Colbert was talking with Steven Spielberg about two of the great Stevens, well, the one with a V and one with a PH, and they were talking about all the UFOs. And Steven Spielberg said that he thinks that maybe there are things that are out there, but maybe they are not from another faraway place. Steven Spielberg says to Stephen Colbert, what if it's us 500,000 years in the future coming back to document the second half of the 20th and the 21st century, because they're anthropologists and they know something that we don't quite know yet that has occurred, and they're trying to track the last 100 years of our history.
Teledildonics destroys the world.
Did you ever think of that, Danny? Your research?
So I don't know if you guys have been watching the Hulu special on UFOs. It does touch on Steven Spielberg and his connection through Close Encounters. He hired as a UFOologist one of the most renowned UFO people in the past. So he does have some interest in UFOs. And it is because of that documentary that just came out. But as a theory, it's as good as any of the other ones. The thing I've never understood, and this is what I always say, it does seem like there is UFOs in the air.
Yep.
I just can't wrap my head why. Like this at least kind of gives us a reason like why they're there, but they don't interact with us more than like almost crashing planes. It's because they're just observing. Well,
every time they observe, isn't that the butterfly effect?
Yeah,
they violate the prime directive.
Yes. Yeah, so much, and in a very dangerous way, like in a way that like might trigger like some sort of like nuclear missile launch. Like this is no way. These are time travelers.
these are
my theory.
Steven Spielberg
have studied the.
My theory is that they're drones from another universe being flown by alien teenagers.
Ooh,
because that would explain why they never land, or we don't. Get
alien teenagers is interesting. Yeah,
because let's say that they're
on us when we shower and stuff.
Yeah, if that's what they're into. Most of them appear to be into messing with like F-15s and going around, nuclear launch sites.
They're like,
but yeah, Tyson, they could be
the
spying on you and your perfect
Mhm.
face.
Mhm.
That's a possibility. That's just what I think, because I just don't get why they don't ever do anything other than irritate us like a fly, a giant metallic tic-tac shaped fly.
It's not even irritating us. It's just like diverting our attention for a second, and then everybody forgetting about it.
If you guys get a moment, you should watch this documentary on Hulu.
Yeah. Danny, what are the other findings?
Well, the one interesting aspect of it is how much these things interfere with flying.
Mm-hmm.
And that some people are approaching it from like a safety issue with flights.
Yeah.
And I thought, dude, that is a better issue. That's a better way to approach it than little green men probing you. It's like, no. Let's just not worry about where these came from. Let's just find out why they're getting in the way of airplanes. Because a lot of commercial pilots, thousands of commercial pilots have reported seeing stuff. So they're a real threat to our safety. We need to take it seriously at the very least.
Okay. Well, Danny, keep us posted on what else is going on if they get to the bottom of things.
It's weird that the two things that you guys always say, oh, Danny, keep us posted, is teledildonics and UFOs. Like, I don't know.
And those go hand in hand.
How is that going to look on my resume? Like, I was the in-house teledildonics UFO specialist.
Yeah, there's a Venn diagram, and you're in the middle in the overlap.
They intersect, yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, I will, Rob. I'll keep you updated with all the newest details.
So, Danny, last week we didn't get to talk to you and ask you if you had gone to go see the Cocaine Bear movie.
It got pretty good reviews, it seemed.
I've heard it is good and absolutely gory.
Oh, okay.
I haven't seen it, but I plan on seeing it.
All right. Well, this may have prompted an interesting tweet that got sent out this week from the National Park Service. The National Park Service had this tweet that says, if you come across a bear, never push a slower friend down, ... even if you feel like the friendship has run its course.
Ooh, this was all over.
Hard advice to follow.
Yeah, I saw this all over. It is hard advice to follow. Well, not really, because are you going to, it takes time to push your friend down when just running doesn't. And why do you need to push your slower friend down? You just have to outrun them.
No, I'm saying in that moment of fear and panic, kind of like when they open the doors on Black Friday.
Yeah, but
it's just like you have a singular focus, and anything in your way is just you push it down.
Yeah, but I think not really, because remember, Danny, when we were in the Tetons and my knee was kind of hurting me while we were trying to finish that super long run, and we heard what we thought was a bear snarling in the woods, but come to find out it was probably moose mating.
Moose, yeah.
Yeah. And you didn't push me down. You just ran on ahead in front of me by about 100 yards.
Yeah, I left you, but I didn't have to push you down. That's true.
Yeah,
that's
what I'm saying.
Point.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I was ready to fight for my life, and I figured Danny would film from a distance and then show it to my family.
Yeah, and they would love that as a at the
final memento.
As they put you in the ground, play the
as they put nothing in the ground, just build a memorial, because I am in the guts of the bear. Yeah, I'm in the guts of the bear at that point.
Okay. So sage advice from the National Park Service, and maybe just like check in on the friendship, Danny. Like when you go on these missions with Christoph and the guys, do you check on the friendship to make sure that,
we do a checklist. We have a laminated piece of paper with a pre-adventure friendship checklist. And if we don't line up, we don't go because of this very reason, like cutting ropes, pushing people down.
There's more strategy to pushing down the faster person as the slower person, because as the slower person, you're getting left. But if you're the faster person,
right? Why do you need to push the slowest person? Why don't you just let nature take its course?
Yeah, that's what you do.
Natural selection.
But if you're the slowest person and you know it, you just got to push someone else down. So that's why I've purposely gotten out of shape, so that I have a clear objective with Danny when we finally go on an adventure together, which is to get him on the ground as quickly as possible in the face of any danger.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah. We've talked for a long time about the different like class action lawsuits and questions that people have about different products that are out there. Have either of you ever wondered about the air in a bag of potato chips? Or either of you concerned that you're getting ripped off?
Yeah, we all are. That's been a topic of discussion
Shrinkflation
since potato chips were invented. Remember, there was even the contest of like how to get the fullest bag of chips, and the chip company was going to pay the winner and come up with a new product design. But yeah, it is very
it is the ultimate scam.
It's even to the point where you'll lift up the chips and feel them now to just be like, how much air am I buying?
At least half.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you may be, getting air in there, but according to Joe Schwartz, a chemistry professor at McGill University, he says that there is a reason for this, and you are not being ripped off.
Let me actually Google McGill University and see if it's a real university.
Mm-hmm.
It's the online Bobby McGill universe.
That these potato chips go through a rough travel schedule as they make their way from the producing facility to the store. They get jostled about, and we don't want to end up with a bag of powdered potato chips.
He's a chip company apologist. He's like, oh no, I have no connection to the chip company. Yeah. Meanwhile, his house in the Bahamas is being funded by Big Chip.
Lay's.
Lay's. Listen, I don't believe that.
Fill that chip bag all the way up and give me a fucking straw. I will slurp those chip crumbs up.
Pour some soda in there, make yourself a nice chip soup.
No, I'm not doing that.
Okay. By the way, I think that it has been proven that they have reduced the amount of chips they're putting in the bags for the last 2 years. So
yeah, but you're getting that good, clean potato chip air.
Mm-hmm.
At least package it with good.
It's actually nitrogen, according to this article.
Can that get you high? Like, is that a thing that you should be popping and then
nitrous?
sucking?
I don't know. But according to this article, that they say that it's nitrogen because that keeps the chips fresher longer.
Instead of whippets, chip-its.
Whereas oxygen will react with the oil in the chips, causing them to go rancid quicker.
Jeez, dude, so much technology.
Mm-hmm.
It is crazy the things people have to come up with to get my chips to me.
Yeah. According to a food scientist, professor of food scientists at Chapman University, says there are a lot of food scams out there, but this is not one of them.
I don't believe him.
Maybe he's on the payroll for Big Chip.
He most definitely is. They have reduced the amount of chips they put in those bags, and no one can convince me otherwise.
Yeah. Maybe they reduce like the weight. I guess maybe if you look at the packaging, maybe 100%. The weight is lower than it used to be.
I'm going to go in my backyard and find an empty bag of chips because my kids just throw wrappers wherever they want when spring comes around. And then because it will have been it'll be like an archaeological dig, I'll be able to compare it to a chip now. I tell you, it's.
Are you going to invite the aliens, the archeology aliens,
to observe?
To
observe my scientific methods and make sure they're pure.
Yeah.
Yes, they can observe anytime.
Okay. All right. A new study from yes.
Let's get bags of chips now, and then in 20 years we'll open them and compare them to current chips or if we can find on eBay.
Tyson.
Cheetos from the 1985 bag that's unopened. Let's just check it out.
Check it out and see if there is as much air in there or if they're all crushed.
Exactly.
No, the bag will say how many ounces you're getting.
Yeah.
So that's all you have to do is have a bag.
Ooh, okay. Yeah.
All right. So,
but can they add weightier things like salt?
I mean, yeah, but probably
salt and oil.
I think we'd see a big discrepancy, Tyson.
Not over time. That's the thing. They're conditioning us, slowly adding more oil, slowly adding more salt, weighing the bags down, reducing the number of potatoes. Yeah.
All right. Well, according to another study, this one is from the Thriving Center of Psychology. Now, it sounds like that.
I'll Google that. Let me Google that because McGill University and Thriving Center of Psychology are both.
The Thriving Center of Psychology. I think that thriving might be like a person's name and not an adjective, but it is called the Thriving Center of Psychology. They have named what they believe to be the best city in America to be single.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Any guesses?
Ooh, it's got to be someplace that's college heavy town. And
I don't think you'll guess this, Tyson.
Mm-hmm.
Can I just guess the state?
Sure.
Florida.
No.
Arizona.
No.
California.
Getting colder.
Yeah, you are getting colder. Yeah, that's what I mean. You'll never guess it. It's too tough.
Okay, what is it?
Buffalo, New York. Now, they cite that the city with the most singles is actually Richmond, Virginia. This article, I believe, might be focused towards men because they say Buffalo, New York has the most single women.
Ladies.
Yeah.
How about that?
China's
Nobody
got a lot of
saw that
single
coming.
men.
If I'm a single dude, I'm not moving to Buffalo still, even
Not
still
worth
after
it?
that study. And who did this study? Was it
The
survey
Thriving
people?
Center of Psychology.
Yeah, but like, was it a survey study? Or
Ashley Madison
did
funded
they go
this.
did they go to every single town in the U.S. and live there as a single person for a while? and then
They
decide?
studied 1,000 singles.
That seems like a small sample size.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, and of these singles, they found Buffalo, New York is a great place to be. Okay, for a lot of reasons. That they also Lending Tree said that Buffalo is the large U.S. metropolitan area most friendly to singles.
Tyson,
What's going on in Buffalo?
Don't just agree with Rob. Listen to this testimony by Thomas Crane, 24.
Yeah.
He says, there isn't a ton of pressure to settle down. There are a lot of young single people just focusing on themselves.
Yeah, or each other.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
and
it sounds
there's
like
a lot of
selfish
partying
mother.
that goes on at these Bills games, I guess.
Do they have
They're
much to
always-
party about?
Yeah, and they're always like up until the postseason, they're always like throwing themselves through tables.
And that's what makes, that's that does sound like a single haven for men. They can destroy property and have lots of dates.
But, okay, all right, sounds great. Let me move to Buffalo tomorrow. But, for these singles, they found out that dating is actually harder. 56% of the singles surveyed said that dating is harder now in previous years. And 35% have actually gone on fewer dates because of inflation, Tyson.
Also because dating sucks. So it's like,
you can no longer split that bag of chips.
I don't think it's, you have to eat it all yourself. I don't think it's because of inflation. Like, you really think it's because of inflation?
Well, explain anything else that might have made dating slow down in the last couple of years, Tyson. It has to be inflation.
It does have to be inflation. That's right. There couldn't be anything else. Because I'm thinking back to like a young Danny Bryson on the prowl for a lady, and she's like, let's go somewhere to eat, fancier to eat. And Danny's like, yeah, spare no expense. But you can also go somewhere cheaper. And so I think that, for some reason,
Tyson,
I don't think it's inflation.
Don't just take Rob's word for it. Here's a testimony from Justin Powers. There's a lot of hot women here. There's a lot of babes
and hot
here.
wings. Yeah.
That's from Buffalo. That guy's in Buffalo.
Yeah, sounds like he's from nearby. Oh, here's another guy. I just feel like with the pool of attractive women compared to a lot of guys here, it's very skewed.
Wow.
That was a female.
We got, So all of our single listeners that are interested in the babes in Buffalo, get on up.
Okay. Well, all right. Let me also just give out then for our women listeners, the city with the most single men.
Yeah.
Okay. If that's your thing.
Maybe not a city to visit.
And are they also taking into account sexual orientation in these
I don't think
processes?
so. I think this is just a heteronormative study.
Okay.
Okay, let's hear it, Rob.
Okay. Although, maybe, that it is a good question, but so city with the most single men is Minneapolis.
Minnesota. So now here's the question. Danny, would you rather live in Buffalo, New York, or Minneapolis, Minnesota?
Oh, Buffalo. You don't want lots of single men, roving gangs of men. looking for like the very few scattered dates that are available.
Yeah.
Scary.
And what about Tyson? If you're looking for people that are maybe coming out of a bad relationship, what city has the most divorcees?
Whoa.
Ooh. Salt Lake City?
No. No. Spokane, Washington.
Oh,
really?
Okay. That sounds like the place for you, Danny. Filled with adventure.
Does it, Tyson?
I mean, if you're going to choose between...
I think I'm going to have to go to Buffalo. At least
you're
for
going
a
to
little
Buffalo.
while.
Okay. So
I'll tell Liz if she ever messes up. I'm headed to Buffalo. If she ever messes this sweet deal up.
And then one last finding from these studies of the 1,000 single people. What percentage of people that they talked to thought it's socially acceptable to stalk a date online before going out?
Define stalk.
They do not.
Like, ask me the question one more time.
Okay.
I got to hear the
what
wording.
Percentage of the 1,000 singles that were interviewed think it's socially acceptable to stalk a date online before going out?
What age bracket are these 1,000 people? Is there an age?
Let's just say 18 to 35.
Ooh, well, that's a big range. I think if you're under 30, I think like 80% would say it's okay to stalk a date. And I think if you're over 30, then that I think the older you get, the lower that number becomes.
49%. So that's a lot. That's a lot.
I think it's, Diamond Thompson here in the chat says it's research. I agree. There is some research to be had. Yeah, you got to look. You got to see what their life consists of a little bit. If they have a Facebook page,
conversational pieces you can bring up.
Yeah, not even conversational pieces. Like you got to see like what their life is like, and also if they like seem safe, and also if they are actually a person. Like there's a lot to it.
Don't want to get catfish. That's a good point, Tyson.
I saw an article that I almost pulled about people that a guy who was claiming that very rudely that he was a hatfish, a man who had a very bald head.
Ooh, and would always wear a hat.
People told him that he was much more attractive when he was wearing his hat.
That's
why actually a hatfish.
That's why I didn't wear a hat today. I just want everyone to see my hairline. I'm
Proof
43.
Of hair.
I'm 43. Got pretty thick hair. Yeah. Everybody tell your friends.
on your profile, Tyson, you'll have today's newspaper and a picture of your face and hairline.
And then I'll have a picture of my face in the Beautify filter as well next to that, so they can see
you were the definition
of
beauty,
the blueprint of beauty. Yeah.
Yeah. Should there be like an app that you can like scan a picture and it could tell like, oh, filters detected?
Yes. I think there should be. There might be, but there should be.
Well, that's what they need to do with deep fakes.
Yeah. They should.
And you need an app to like unfilter a photo.
Yeah. By the way, speaking of deep fakes, I tried to use a version of ChatGPT the other day for something.
Boy.
I tried to use the imaging generator.
Yes.
It's called like DALL-E. And it created some of the most nightmare images that were completely
DALL-E Mini or DALL-E 2?
Well, what were you typing into it?
Well, I was trying to come up with I don't even.
Are you ashamed?
No. I was trying to come up with a
baby. Tyson and Danny Bryson.
No, I was trying to come up with a skier who, instead of having ski poles, has breadsticks in their hands. Right?
Sounds cool.
It doesn't make any sense. The other one was another person on skis that had a hard time with skis.
Wait. Why?
For a gear review I'm doing.
Okay. You're saying that these poles are like breadsticks.
Yeah. Well, everything I did, remember early on, it talked about too many teeth, weird hands.
Yeah.
They haven't fixed that problem. So it creates these like monstrosities, like missing half a face.
Yeah.
I was just really disappointed because the whole time you're using it, they're giving you a slideshow of these beautiful pieces of work. Yeah. And I don't know who is getting those, but it's not me. And, maybe I'm on the discount site, but it was creating nightmares basically.
Yeah. And you haven't been able to sleep since. So that was one. What was the other one that you were looking at?
The other one was I wanted somebody. I was talking about how in backcountry skiing, sometimes the poles, the straps on poles, you don't want to have a strap because it can pull your hands away from your airbag or, it's hard in an avalanche.
Okay.
So I tried to find a picture of someone with anchors and chains coming off their wrists, a skier. And again, it created nightmare images of people mashed up in some AI's imagination.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, but going back to what you guys said, I do think that we should put GPT or someone to use telling us what's true when it comes to all the filters out there, whether it's a hat filter or
the problem with that is that there's too much power then for that, because then the programmer could just be like, yeah, just tell them that's true. Yeah, just tell them that. Like, then
and the AI might start playing Cupid.
You can't be put in a position as a human to just blindly trust something because they say it is so. Like you have to question
that
things.
a lot.
We do that a lot, and we shouldn't. But we're going to do it more and more, especially if universally it's agreed that Chat GPT is telling us the truth every time.
All right. So I haven't really played too much with DALL-E 2. I used to play with DALL-E Mini, but I just brought it up real quick. And yeah, I love all of these AI tools.
Yeah. Did you make did you say breadsticks skier?
No,
with breadstick poles?
no. I did Tyson Apostol as a Simpsons character.
Ooh. Let's
Okay.
see.
Let me see how it looks.
All right. Let's see. What do we think? What do we think of this?
Not bad.
Not bad.
Not
See,
bad.
why can it handle that image?
This one?
You can't do skier with breadstick poles.
None of them look so much like me where like people would be like, yeah, that's definitely Tyson.
Look at that one.
But like you might once in a while have somebody send this and be like, this is you probably as a Simpson. Okay, I like that. Let me think of what
I don't think you'd ever wear a vest like that. I think that guy actually might be on The Simpsons.
Can we do Rob Cesternino as a Simpsons character?
Okay, we can try it, but I wonder maybe it doesn't know who I am. Okay,
no,
let's see.
It will scour the internet for you, won't it?
Okay, it better not do Boston Rob. I'll be pissed.
No,
okay.
it's gonna do. You got to do Rob Cesternino. It'll do it.
Okay,
I have faith in this thing.
We'll give it a shot.
You were just telling us not to have faith in this thing, Tyson.
Yeah.
Faith in this thing to deliver this.
So we got something. Okay, here we go. Now, here's
there
a
we
few
go.
numbers. Some are better than others.
Yeah.
This is probably the worst one. This
That's
is like
the worst
extra
one.
marks. Yeah.
AI
just
does
Millhouse.
It does
That's
not
Millhouse.
understand
Millhouse.
hands.
That's not bad.
That's not bad.
Not bad. It's like a younger me.
Yes.
Okay.
Look how smooth your face
is.
This is like I don't really have that haircut, but
No.
yeah,
The hair color on the top doesn't.
this one's
make
okay.
sense.
This one's okay.
I think go back one.
Yeah.
I think this one, if the hair were different, would be like a current take, except for that.
Yeah.
Why is
I think
there
he has
glasses?
Yeah.
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 So
And also, is like, what's on that? Is that a tattoo or like a
dude,
pocket
sweet.
protector? I don't know what's going on.
yeah. It's just, you know how AI just mashes stuff together. What about Danny Bryson? We may as well try.
Mhm.
I try to keep myself.
Okay.
Let's see if AI knows who Danny Bryson is. And then
It has been listening to our conversations for a while.
Yeah, I mean, star of media.
See, look at that. Look at that 3D rendering.
Yeah, that is pretty good.
Yes.
Well, we didn't ask for a 3D render. These are 3D renders. Okay. All right. None of these are really great.
Number 3.
It's just kind of like maybe they got like Danny's voice right on Bart
Look
Simpson.
at the potato hand.
Yeah.
It just really can't do hands. That's the problem, is that it cannot handle fingers.
It doesn't. It's like fingers should not exist, and because they shouldn't exist, they refuse to let them exist.
Yeah.
If I was on a dating site, I'd use that image.
Okay. Well, back to dating sites. This is a great segue to talk about a potential match that is trying to be made for a recent widow. And that's the story that comes out of a cemetery in Marshalltown, Iowa, where some of the people that work there noticed that the goose Blossom was out of sorts when her life mate Bud had died. Blossom and Bud lived at the very, very sad at the cemetery, and then Bud died. And then the people that work at the cemetery, they're looking for a new mate for Blossom, and so they have turned to a personal ad.
Why didn't they do a study on the best place for, what is it, a goose to find?
Single gooses, single geese?
Yeah.
Now it says that they posted, this is an article that is on cbsnews.com. They say that they placed a personal ad They don't say where the personal ad was placed. They said that they posted a personal ad for a lonely widowed domestic goose, saying that Blossom wanted a life partner for companionship and occasional shenanigans. And they said that
honking at each other.
Yeah. And they said that Blossom is youthful, adventurous, and lively. And they soon heard from Deb and Randy Hoyt, owners of a widower goose named Frankie, that he was interested. And they got them together for Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
And they haven't left each other's side since.
Oh, man. I smell a Hollywood movie.
True love. Yeah. If you could just get these geese to just go off on a lover's adventure and then find their way back home and be Homeward Bound 3. Great film. Be a great film. Yeah.
How about that? So I don't know if he's good. Too bad this is, the goose wasn't in Buffalo. Would have been no problem.
Yeah.
My heart is full. That story.
I really think that, and this is if you're out there and looking for love or looking for love again, and this could be just like the little upper you needed for today.
Okay. So I'm just hoping Frankie doesn't show up dead.
Oh boy.
It turns out to be a black widow goose.
Yeah. Wow. A black widow goose.
Got dark.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Today is a big day also. Today is National Cereal Day. Congratulations and happy National Cereal Day.
General Mills, congrats.
You. Yes.
For getting that holiday on the calendar. Good work.
Okay. So according to our favorite website, studyfinds.org, they have a list of the best cereals of all time according to experts.
I'll be the judge.
Yeah. What cereal do they say, Danny?
Of all experts, something that everybody can appreciate. It's probably gonna be something stupid like Raisin Bran or Corn Flakes because it's been around so long. What is it?
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
No, with shrimp tails.
I forgot about that. So that's National Cereal Day. But that's about your sugary cereals. But there's somebody else who is trying to say that, okay, if we have a National Cereal Day, do we need a National Sugar Daddy and Sugar Mommy Appreciation Day? That was the subject that came up in Boca Raton, Florida, when a woman came to, and we love these city council meetings, where a woman came to the stage to make the request that there should be, in the Boca Raton Planning and Zoning Board meeting, that there should be a local day for sugar daddies and sugar mommies, especially because how Florida, she feels like, has the largest per capita population of sugar daddies.
I need to study fines to see if that's actually true.
And they want it to be March 10th.
Why March 10th?
Yeah, why March 10th?
Was that the date Caesar was betrayed?
No. The woman says that, and this is helpful to the economy of Boca Raton. She says sugar daddies, both gay and straight, and yes, even sugar mommies, are responsible for college educations, cars, homes, rents, jets, and the occasional body enhancement.
Jets. Oh, she forgot to put in limo rides.
Yes. This woman also was accompanied by an elderly guest who left, who was in a wheelchair. Daddy? Yes.
Oh yeah. Okay, I can see a picture.
Yeah. Tyson,
I don't agree with this. Let's not put this on the calendar.
I mean, shouldn't we do something for the sugar daddies and the sugar mommies? I mean, they are doing so much.
But the minute they're married, they get Mother's Day. If the richer, older
do sugar daddies get Father's Day?
Do sugar daddies want to be recognized?
Well, yeah,
because they're probably just buying their own gifts.
Look, they need a piece of arm candy, right? So they want to be recognized, I think.
I mean, it would be nice. I mean, they should be, they need more than a day, the sugar daddies and the sugar mommies. They should be appreciated all year long.
Let's put it in a month, though, that doesn't have something like February. We need some entertainment.
I think there's some things in February. I think February has some things. Yeah.
It doesn't have enough.
It was already pretty cramped already. It's 28 days.
No, I think we could fit more. I don't think this deserves a summer holiday. I mean, I'm willing to give it February.
She said
That's
March 10th.
No, March. Everything's starting to get better in March.
Mm-hmm.
I say give him February.
I think February's taken, but I feel like we should be doing more for our sugar daddies and sugar mommies.
By the way, is this a local council issue? Can they actually change national calendars? What power do they have?
They told her that this was a city council issue. She went to the planning and zoning board.
Oh, wrong board.
Wrong board.
She should have known better. Her sugar daddy should have told her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But if they're not careful, another city's going to jump on this. Boca Raton. You got to make sure that you strike while the iron is hot. Okay, Danny, are you ready to take us to your bolt hole this week?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. The world famous bolt hole on News AF from Danny Bryson.
Welcome to my bolt hole. I think you're gonna like it. I think you're gonna feel you belong.
Yes, here he is.
I've got some exciting news for Tyson or disappointing news. I don't know where he stands. Tyson said that he was a big supporter of the $2 bill, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think that the $2
bills
bill
are cool.
is ridiculous, and I think that it doesn't make sense to have a $2 bill. I think they're funny, and I think people celebrate them in a weird way. So I do like that aspect of them. But as far as being useful, no.
Well, they were in the news the other day for being worth up to $4,500. You saw this, Tyson?
I saw that article, and I started thinking I should just start buying up $2 bills from banks.
Yeah, put all your money into $2 bills. The ones that are worth a lot are old, but come on.
Yeah.
$2 bills are so different. If you just hold on to those, by the time that people are coming back to Earth to visit and do anthropological work, whatever, those are going to be worth so much.
Do you think that the UFOs are people from the future coming
trying to get $2 bills?
Protect your $2 bills.
Yeah. So I'm going to stop spending. I'm going to stop giving away $2 bills unless they're brand new ones. Everything else I'm keeping.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So a lot of people list $2 bills on eBay, right? Where you can actually get more than $2 for some of those bills.
Yeah.
And it says here that the prices on eBay go from $7.50 to $10,000 for $2 bills.
I need a $10,000 one.
And Tyson, I swear you told a story where you were just like Johnny Appleseed with your $2 bills.
I
going
did.
And using them, and now
I made a goal to spend. I made a goal to spend only $2 bills, and you have to carry such a wad of cash to spend in $2. So then I changed that from spending everything in $2 bills to just leaving tips in $2 bills because people love that.
You probably gave away a couple $100,000.
I think at least,
bills.
at least, yeah.
So I mean, I didn't want to bring that up, and let you have.
Are people just taking regular $2 bills and putting them on eBay, Danny? Is this like
it looks like it runs the gamut of just people putting them up for $7.50 to actually having one that is noticeable or notable for some other reason than just being a $2 bill.
Should I just start signing $2 bills and selling them on eBay?
Maybe. I mean,
is that defacing money? And then am I in trouble?
Yeah, because if it is one of those rare, highly valued notes, you've just ruined it. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah. And you've told them exactly who did it.
Yep. They know whose house to go to.
Also,
Secret Service. Is
let it be known that I have never signed any money or defaced any money whatsoever, and any money that is presumed to be defaced by me is not, and is indeed a setup.
Good.
That was a forgery.
Yeah. Good time to do it. Get deep fake to look into that.
Yeah, they can.
Okay. Danny, anything else going on this week?
No, I hopefully won't have to move any furniture. I gotta tell you, it's probably one of my least favorite things to do. Not just moving furniture. I had to move like 10 mattresses. And we all know that mattresses are one of the most disgusting things to move.
But listen to me here, Danny.
I'm
Why didn't you just hire like the 2 college kids to come out for $100 a day to move that stuff around.
Yes, that's what you would think. But sometimes parents, because you're their children, and also is my boss, he's just like, you know what? I own this kid. Go move some mattresses.
But why didn't you then personally say,
because
okay, Dad,
the other problem is, as you know, with the location of these houses, it's pretty remote.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of people, and I wouldn't even know who to call. So, rubbing my face up against a used mattress.
You've never used Google or anything.
No, I don't use Google.
You don't think that's where the pimple came from?
Look,
is rubbing your face
it probably could be. Look, if my dad tells me to go do that, he's going to want evidence that I actually did it. Right.
So you had to send him videos.
Bring me
of
the
you.
tags
He
of
does.
the
We walked around the
mattresses.
house with the phone, and he was pointing out things that he needed moved. He would be like, "Why did you hire someone?" He'd be upset.
He would.
We carried that mattress. Yeah.
Yeah. Even if you found gentlemen at the Home Depot.
There is no Home Depot. This is a very small town. It has like a population of 500 people. I mean, it's tiny.
Oh man.
So no,
how many singles?
Oh, how many singles? It does seem like there probably are a lot.
Oh,
I think married couples
singles
last
or divorcees?
Yeah. Divorcees, yeah.
So does your dad want you to do the work because he thinks that you as a 44-year-old are still building character somehow?
I think he wants me to do the work because other than mattresses, of which there seriously were like 10, there are valuables that like furniture that he thinks we'll understand or appreciate the value of more than a stranger, right?
But I've seen the way you treat
yes,
stuff that he pays
so
for.
has he. We once delivered a trailer full of dishes and almost all of them were smashed. And it's like, I thought for sure that would take me off the list of, hey, this is someone who can help me move stuff. And it didn't at all persuade him never to ask me to move stuff again. So I've tried that.
What if you told him I was going to go help you? Would that have?
Because no, that would.
I famously the snow.
You did start that snowcat on fire.
I didn't start it on fire. The rats did.
The rats did.
But I was in the driver's seat while.
So look, all I'm trying to say is this week I'm just taking a break after moving all those mattresses.
Okay. Well, you deserve it, Danny.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Well, enjoy your rest, Danny. Okay. Tyson, what's coming for you this week?
Let's see. I have watching Survivor tomorrow. And gonna be podcasting it with Sydney from EW. Sydney Bucksbaum. I don't know if you've ever heard that name. She's a journalist at EW. So she's knows our friend Dalton Ross over there. And then I've got Life with Boston Rob again, where we just give life advice and all that great stuff. And then spring break next week, we're going to California. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
What part?
We are going to Del Mar.
Okay. Oh, the beach.
Yeah, the beach. It's just north of San Diego, a little ways.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, enjoy your trip. Are you gonna be on the road next week?
Yes, I will be on the road in the hotel room while we record.
Okay. Awesome. All right. So we'll be looking forward to seeing what's going on there. Of course. Thank you all so much for joining us. We got a lot going on. Of course, Tyson mentioned Survivor. Big Brother Canada also kicks off this week. So should be a wild time here in March here for all the reality shows. So thank you so much for joining us. Take care, everybody. Have a good one. Bye.
We did it, guys.